Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Camellia reaction. Today we have one requested by Say and my executive producers. This is Exit This Earth's Atmosphere. Apparently this is, quote, the Camellia song, according to Say. I'm not sure if there's an actual metric for that, but at least to them, that's what this is, and I have been excited to see this one and hear it because it's been in my list for like almost 2 or 3 months at this point, and I'm really excited to get there and know why this is the Camellia song to at least Say. So I guess without further ado, let's go! With all that hype behind it, I really hope it's not bad. This better be good. Okay. Good start. It's doing that forever build up. That always means there's something good coming though. Ooh, okay. A break already. Time for some melodic elements. Ooh. I love that. It's a good pattern. I like that. That's really good. Kind of bringing you through the octave there. Ooh. Ah, okay. I'm starting to understand it. I understand why you said this is the song, Say. But we're still very early in. I try not to make calls too early, you know? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, that fucks. Okay. I'm loving that like pulse. The great side chain pulse. Okay, Camellia. Hell yeah. I'll always be a sucker for the half times. I can't help it. And there's that lead again. I really want that to come back in, you know? There it is. I knew it was going to. See, like this lead and like the following synth lead that shows up, assuming that he does it again. There it is. I love that. Great pitch bending. I love the dives on those pitches. It's just so good. The question is, will he expand or stay the same? Okay, kind of going in with a little bit more energy. Might be another layer of synth underneath there. Got a little bit more thick. love that piano. I mean, now I'm just listening to it. Even I wanted to stop yapping for a second. And a false rise. Yep. I mean, I knew it was coming, obviously, but oh man, there was some really good elements in that one. I definitely get why Say said that's the best one. Well, this is everything that a Camellia song is and should be, in my opinion. This is some of his best work. I've heard many a song by him. I need to hear many more, don't get me wrong, but at the same time, from the ones that I've heard, this hits all of the marks of what makes his music so fun to listen to. The creativity of it, the expansion, going in weird directions with the music, like kind of having this angelic quality and then just ripping into some dubstep adjacent stuff. And it's like, okay, there's that, I guess. And just fucking laying on the G flat the entire time. It could also be an F sharp, I suppose, but I'm going to call it a G flat just for the sake of what it is. But that's kind of the core of the angelic part of this song, and it does kind of like that is the stretch of that like piano part, that just going up and down on the arpeggio, just like that's what's going on in the background of that angelic part. But then it's so good. And that's it, like it feels so bright and lively, and that's exactly kind of the benefit of something like a G flat. G flat is one of those chords, and one of the very few, that is all on the black keys but doesn't get locked into a more melancholic, sad sort of sound, much like E flat minor does there, just a few steps down. There aren't many of those, and this is one of those ones where it allows a bit of a lift in its relationship because it's not a minor, and a lot of the black key chords have minors attached to them basically by default, given what they do to the melodic structure. And just kind of using that as the basic structure of this entire bit, and having the octave be such a meaningful part of that as well. Octaves in this way are kind of what I call emotional manipulation in music, because that's exactly how they're utilized most times. When you have something that's like going up and down, especially arpeggiating on an octave, that's there to bring you to and back from somewhere. And a lot of the times there's a nostalgic energy that comes with that, so it makes you feel that much more involved in the journey. And that is something that totally fits the idea of exiting the Atomosphere, because it's the quality of being able to go and come back to someplace familiar, just like what this is doing. And that comes into play with that lower part where we go and we come back from that, because that collection is the exact same G flat that we just had up here. It's just an inversion of it. Same notes, slightly further down on the keyboard, and it just connects very well. So you're kind of using an inversion as a way to build the energy back up into the familiar that we already know. And that's why I call it emotional manipulation, because if you connect things just so, it makes you feel that much more present in the piece. And that's why it has so much pressure on the emotional, like the heartstrings of the listener. And you can do so much with that. So using something like the G flat, which already sits on this little precipice edge of being just sad enough, but also not quite as sad as some of his brothers down below, is why this feels so important and present in your memory, and just why it probably had such such an influence on so many people and why it was so many people's big Camellia song, their favorite songs. Because I'm sorry to say it, Camellia emotionally manipulated you. I don't think it was on purpose. It might have been, but I'm not here to say whether or not he did. But what it does make for is a beautiful melody, a great song, and like I said, with all of the other Camellia isms going on in here, the dense sub bass on the floor, all of the other like washy sort of synths that are taking up the mid-range, and the absolutely fantastic side chaining going on with the kick to give it that pulsating feel all the way through. Brilliant all the way around, all of his best traits put into one track, not to mention the whole emotional manipulation of it all. He just made what is probably, as far as just the construction of a track, a perfect song. But I think that's about all I gotta say on this one, so thank you all so very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and you want me to get to something else from Camellia, by all means, drop in the comments below and I will do my best as always to get to those. Or if, like Say did, you want to guarantee that I listen to something, you can always go to my Patreon or my YouTube membership so you can force me to listen to something. It doesn't matter who it's by, what it's from, if it's good or bad, none of that matters, that's why it's a guarantee. But if you don't want to do any of that, maybe just want to follow me and support me for more stuff coming in the future, you know how to do all that, and I will see all of you in the next video. Goodbye!